Hey, it's great to see you again. My name is Michael Williams, and in this video series, we're talking about what? 5 questions that you absolutely must ask and answer if you really want to overcome stuttering and become an excellent speaker. So I want to encourage you to go back and watch the other 2 videos so that this all makes sense. But let's just do a very quick review. The first question that you must ask and answer is, do I believe it's even possible to overcome stuttering and become an excellent speaker? Go back and watch that video and then ask yourself and answer that question. The second question, once I believe it, am I willing to accept 100% responsibility for my life and my speech? That is, for doing the things necessary to change it. Or am I going to put it off on someone else or blame someone else if it doesn't work out the way that I think? Okay, so that's the second question. The third question is this. That's what we're talking about today in this third video. Am I willing to set, now watch this, set realistic expectations for my progress? Am I willing to set realistic expectations for my progress? What I've found coaching probably thousands of people now and working with tens of thousands of people and courses and so forth, so on. What I've found is this. We all tend to do this, right? Is we may set unrealistic expectations for our progress, for the results, right, for the journey. And here are some examples. Some people set the expectation to be cured. Okay, great. In 3 days or even in 3 months, I'm going to be cured of this. It's going to be wiped out and gone. Put it behind me. I won't have to worry about it anymore. So that's one expectation. I'm going to cure this thing. Another expectation that people have is, hey, this is going to be relatively easy. It's a linear process. I follow these steps. Michael said, do this, do this, do this. I follow these steps. It's a linear process, and boom, we're going to wipe this thing out. I'm going to be an amazing speaker. All I got to do is just follow these steps. All right. Now, we're not saying that's not true, but we're saying we're setting up these expectations. I follow these steps. Should be, I know it's going to be hard, but be fairly easy, and we'll wipe it out. Another expectation is that, hey, this is just going to take me a few days or a couple of months. Even if you're not thinking about being cured, but just saying, I'm going to do the work, but within a few months, this is going to be gone. I won't have to worry about it. Now, there are some other additional expectations that people have. People say things, and it's related to what I just said. Wow, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. Or, ooh, I didn't know it was going to take this long. So what happens is when we set unrealistic expectations, we become disillusioned and discouraged. And then we start to either give up or we shift over to something else. We look for something else. We look for another promise. We look for something that's going to excite us. And we jump into that. And we try that. And then when that doesn't work out, we jump on to something else. And we keep doing that, literally never getting traction, wasting time, wasting money. So what I want to encourage you to do and challenge you to do is ask yourself, am I willing to set realistic expectations for my progress? Now, what are realistic expectations? Well, I can only talk about what the science says and the progress that I've seen our coaching clients and our self-study students make. Realistic expectations means you're not out looking for a cure, right? You're not out looking for a cure because you understand, and I'm not saying that there aren't cures or that there won't be cures, but I'm saying for now, the thing that you're going to want to do is to set your expectations to 1. Now, what does that mean? Set your expectations to 1. That is, you expect only very, very small, tiny, incremental results. Because if you expect big, fast, huge results, guess what? You're going to be disappointed. Now, there is something called the placebo effect that you may experience at the beginning of a program, be it coaching, self-study, anything. And it's your belief that this is going to work, that this is working. So because you believe it, guess what? It actually does work. And you see this peak. It's like, bam, I'm speaking smoother. But then all of a sudden, guess what happens? You go into a dip. And it can take weeks, or it can take a month, or it can take a little longer. But you hit a bump, you go into a dip. You're like, there it is. I thought this might happen, or, oh, what's happening here? I thought I was cured. I thought this was working. Well, this is a normal part of the process, a normal part of the journey. So when you expect that to happen, for there to be a placebo effect, and you can use that placebo effect, it's not a bad thing. You can use that to build momentum and to let yourself know this is possible. I just experienced it. Just experience it. It's possible. But you use that momentum to keep going. But you understand you're going to experience dips as well. So you set your expectation, one, meaning you're only going to look for small incremental results, not big results. An example with this would be, I see my coaching clients and my self-study students say, hey, I'm starting to feel more confident. My speech has changed a little bit, not a lot, but I'm starting to actually feel more confident. And because I feel more confident, I feel more encouraged to continue the process and the program. I feel more encouraged and confident to go out and speak to more people, which gives them more exposure and more practice. And I also feel more confident to say that even if I fail, which I'm going to, which you're going to, even if I fail, I feel confident in this process that I'll be able to work myself out of this and come out at a higher level. So when I set my expectations to one, just look for very, very small incremental results. I also set my expectations to, this is going to be more challenging than what I'm expecting. This is going to take a lot longer than what I'm expecting. I set my expectations to that. And guess what? When you go into it with those expectations, you tend to get better results than you were expecting. Okay. Here's something else. Here's another expectation that you want to set. You want to focus on the inputs, focus on the steps, on the actions, on the behaviors, on the inputs that you need to take, and let the results take care of themselves. So here's an example. If I want to get from here to there, I can think about there. I can look over there and go, wow, that's a great place to be. I really want to get there. I want to get there as quickly as possible. But that's not going to get me but so far. That might get me excited for a little while, but I'm still not there. So what do I need to focus on? And what do I need to do? Well, I need to take one step at a time. Right? And I can take those steps fast. I can run, right? But I need to take those steps. So if I just focus on, where do I need to step now? Where do I need to step now? How do I take this step? Okay, I need to take this step. And as I take those steps, all of a sudden I find out, oh, I'm here. Here's the results. I'm at my destination. So what must you do? Focus on the steps that you need to take, on the actions, the daily actions, the moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, all the actions that you need to take that will ultimately get you the results you want. Focus on that. Set your expectation that, you know what, I'm not going to keep focusing on the end result, that is, smooth speech. I'm going to be able to say everything I want to say. Yes, from time to time, we can envision that. We can visualize it. We can think about it. But then when it gets down to it, moment to moment, when I'm speaking to someone, what is it that I need to be doing right now? What do I need to be doing on a moment-to-moment basis before I speak to someone? What are the practices that I need to do? What are the things I need to watch? What are the things I need to listen to? We're going to talk about that a little bit in the next session. But what are all the things I need to do? Because if I can focus on those things and set some realistic expectations there, then the results will take care of themselves. Okay? So here's the question that you want to ask yourself. Am I willing to set realistic expectations? Not curing, not knocking this out in a couple of days or knocking this out in 3 months. The expectation is, let me just look for very, very small incremental results. And guess what? If I do that, I'm actually going to see small incremental results that will snowball, right? The momentum principle, start to build momentum, and I'll actually start to build so much momentum that I start getting more results faster, bigger results faster, but only if I focus on the very, very small incremental results does this tend to happen. So ask yourself that question, because if not, if you set unrealistic expectations, chances are you're going to get discouraged, you're going to get disillusioned, and you're going to be jumping around, never getting traction, wasting a huge amount of time and money. All right, so in the next video, we're going to talk about exactly what you need to do. I'm going to ask you a question to help you know exactly what you need to do in order to overcome stuttering or stammering and become an excellent speaker. So that's going to be the next video. So we'll see you there.